Hi, my name is Victor Mora and I'm going to talk a little bit about skill approach to language development. So before this skill approach had existed, there had been another approaches, even modern approaches, not so old, about the language development. These approaches assumed that that there are rules that child develop, and these rules have a very broad generality. Children are said to use rules involving abstract categories like nouns and verbs or agents and actions. So, in the past decade, a number of investigators have challenged this assumed generality, and they begun to build or to construct models of language development and cognitive development that assume much more specificity language rules. So, in these investigations, they began to form a theory of cognitive development called skill theory, which assumes that in all domains the child acquires skills that are situation specific. So this theory provides a set of tools that will explain and predict the development of specific skills in any domain, including language. So for a start, we have to say first of all, what is a skill? So there are a lot of definitions about skill. For example, stability coming from one's knowledge, practice, aptitude, etc. to do something well. Is be competence, is had excellence in performance, expertness, dexterity. It's a special ability in a task, sport, etc. And of course, it's acquired by training. So with this, we can say that to develop a skill, of course, we have to practice. Something requiring special training or manual professing, the ability to do something well arising from talent, training, or practice, of course. And I'm going to talk a little bit, but there are people that has abilities even without practice, so it's like something normal for them. I took this definition of the reading, so I'm going to read it. A skill is an organized ability that is composed of one or more components under the control of an individual. The components can be sensorimotor, that it could be, for example, when a child hears the vocalization and he understands what the person is saying. We have the action, the representations, and the environment, of course, is really important, that support those actions. Each person has different personalities, different behaviors, and of course, different skills. And each skills is in different level also. And taking into account the personality and the behavior of one person can do the same action but involving different skills. So the same act can be produced with a number of different strategies and different skills. A skill approach has something called task analysis. What is a task analysis? It is something really useful for teachers because we can notice what kind of abilities or what kind of skills a student have. For example, if we ask for a task to the students, so he will produce the task and the action that teacher want to he produce, but he's going to do it with his abilities or his with skills. So that's a good manner for a teacher to see what kind of ability a student has. And a task analysis is useful to predict a behavior and to determine what particular skills is the student using. So to finish, this method is different to the traditional one. Why? Because some skills approach or another approach says that a child develops language skills that show specifics rather than a high degree of generality. Child. Also, this method takes into account the child behavior. To finish, language is comprised of a large set of specific tools, although these skills have some properties that are distinctive to language. So that's all. Thank you.